Welcome back, everybody. I want to thank everybody for helping me on this, reaching out to me and giving me some good advice and some leads and suggesting. Tim, 1962, he suggested I look at the Troy Radio Manufacturing Model 54. I checked it out, Tim. There are some similarities, but not something that I can follow at this point. The one that I've found that's the closest so far, except for this section over here, is the Mission Bell Model 40 all wave. And I'm not sure, this may match somewhat when I get into that section up here. From here back, it's probably 80% correct, with some of the values slightly different, which that's not a biggie. I've been marking this up, but as Albert has told me, you know, I call myself Albert, but I'm talking about the other Albert. Hallicrafters Rehab told me to draw my own schematic. Well, I went out and got some chickens and I started letting them scribble on it. And so I have. And so as I go, do various things and pull tape off and things like that. I've been writing it down, and hopefully I can keep it straight. Now, where the big deal is going to be is up in the coils up in here, and I really think that to do justice, I'm going to have to pull those out and map it and draw some diagrams and take pictures and stuff like that. And well, what is it? Just about 7 or 8 wires. And the risk of breaking it. But maybe if someone else can find one of these, they'll have this to go from. So, all right. Let's go and let's start at the beginning. Let's check our power transformer. And the primary, of course, the power cord coming in. And there's the terminal right there. And this will be going through the switch, and the switch is on. And if the switch is good, now we're seeing what, 24, 25 ohms. If we go over here, we can bypass the switch. Well, if we go over here, we can bypass the switch. So we're getting about 20, 24 ohms, we'll call it. I think we're going to call that good. Let me document that. 24 ohms. Okay, now let's go down here to the rectifier tube. We'll go to the filament. Now we expect it to be low, 0.7 or 0.5 or something like that. Well, we're looking, it's still coming on down for, there you go, about 0.5 or so. I think that's good. Let me document that. We'll call it 0.5. Let's see. Ooh, where's a good tube that we can get to easily? Let's try this. Which one is this? This is the 58 tube. Let's go up here and check this filament. Should be lower than that one, shouldn't it? It being, well, it's real low, isn't it? There you go. Come on down. It's a 2.5 volt filament, so it's going to be a little bit lower. So there's 0.2 ohms, we'll call it. All right. Now the big primary. Now I've already marked the center tap because this is the center tap. Well, let's look at my schematic. The center tap comes out and goes to the field coil, the speaker field coil, and so there's a junction right here during all this tape here that's got the center tap, so I peeled it back so we'll be able to check the center tap. But as you know, it goes to the plates. The high voltage winding go to the plates, which is pins 2 and 3, which is down here, and we're reading right at 908 ohms. You write that down, that's a total. Okay, we'll take one side of this and go to the center tap. And the first side on pin 2, the center tap, is 485 ohms, we'll call it. 485, is that what I said? Did I say that? Did I say that? I did. Let's go to the other side. And that one's reading about 425. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Now, since we know that from the center tap to the speaker coil, it goes through the speaker coil and then comes back between the 1 meg and the 400 ohm resistor in this voltage divider. So we've already got that connected. So between here, oh, right here, it's the yellow wire coming back down. We can check that, and well, I don't want to get in your way there. Let's see what that says. That's 20, 25, 65, something like that. 68. All right. Looked like something was charging there, didn't it? All right, so I think the field coil is good. Let's go up to the speaker primary, and that'll be on pin 2 of the 2A5, which is the output tube. Here's the rectifier. Here's the power output tube here. Pin 2 and the B plus, which we've got this peel back right here for the B plus right there. And so now we'll go to pin 2, and you'll just have to trust me. I think that's pin 2 right there. And that's reading 424 ohms. That sounds right for a primary of a output tube. Now, a little later on, we'll shoot a signal through that and see if we get any sound like we did before. Because I can go over there and check the voice coil, and it'll just either prove that the voice coil is good, or that the secondary is good. Unless you take them apart, you'll have a reading, unless they're both open. So guess the next thing we'll need to do is look at our IFs, and the first IF comes off of pin 2 of the 2A7, and that's way back up under that coil. Alright, and then the bottom side of that is B plus. and we're reading around 14 ohms. Okay, we'll buy that. Now, the secondary of that first IF is, well, just happen to have a lead connected to it. It's the grid cap of the 58 tube, which is here, in here. The grid cap, and it also comes down, I'm almost ashamed to show you this schematic. The grid cap of number 3 comes down, and then there is a 500K resistor in this part of the circuit right here. And so if we connect here and here, we should see the secondary of this. So the 500K is right there, and we're reading right around 14ish. Now I've been through these, so once, just to save time. I already know. Anyway, let's see. The primary of the second IF is pin 2 of the 58 tube, and the B plus. So we can connect to the B plus here. That stump full of granddaddies there. And then pin 2, which is right there. And we should see on the order of 14, 15 ohms. So we're good there. And then the secondary comes from pin 3 and 4 of the 2A6, and then the bottom half of it is on the other side of that 500K. So that would be this side, and then pins 2 and 3. Did I say 2 and 3 or 3 and 4? 3 and 4 over here on the 2A6, and we are reading 14 ohms. So the IF's continuity is good. All right, is there anything else? While I'm here, let me just check this coil here. See if we can get some readings. 6.5 ohms across those two terminals. And let's see about this over here. And we got right at 5 ohms on that. So, and that should be, we'll pull that out and document all that. And this has got about 6 terminals on each end, and without mapping it, I'm not going to poke around and try to figure it out. I'll pull it out and draw it. There's some more up on top. These two, we'll pull those also and map those. And this one on the bottom, maybe a spoiler alert. I'm thinking that this winding right here is open, and I really can't say for sure, but I have a real bad feeling about it. Doing some initial testing, so I'm just going to wait till I pull it out to declare it messed up, but that'll be the first one I pull out, I think. Let me run an audio signal through here, and then we'll probably wrap this one up and get a report from all you guys about how many schematics y'all found me. That's exciting. And I've got my audio signal generator, and if you'll remember our pin 2 of the output tube, and also the B plus, which that pile of wad of wires there. So let's see, what happened to that? Good grief. Alligator's got lockjaw or something, hasn't it? Alright, let's see. Pin 2, that ain't gonna reach there. Ain't nothing like a short alligator lead, huh? Ooh, I hear something. That doesn't sound good, does it? Oh, no wonder. I was testing some capacitors. There's about a 400, about 1,000. So I think our output transformer is good. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. All right. I think that's going to do it this series. That's a little bit shorter than normal, but the next go around we're going to probably be stripping this capacitor out and cleaning this area up a little bit, and maybe getting some terminal strips put in here. May work on this divider, voltage divider network, and may even pull this coil out and do some mapping on it and everything. But I appreciate everybody help and hanging with me and the encouragement and all that good stuff. So you guys stay well out there, and until next time, from Larry from the hills of Tennessee. Thanks for watching.